able to create your own GPT assistant and integrate it directly into Telegram so that you either can sell it to your clients or service your current customers using AI. Not only can you send text messages with this, you're also able to send voice notes. So let's get right into this video. You'll need to open up Telegram. And once you open up Telegram or set up an account if you don't have one, you need to go ahead and start a conversation with BotFather. So what BotFather does is that it's going to create a bot for you directly on Telegram that you're then able to connect it with GPT using Make. Okay, so let's dive right into it. So obviously I've got my BotFather right here. I'm going to click start and we're going to be presented with different options. In this case, I'm going to go /new bot. For our bot today, we're going to be creating a business consultant bot. So we're going to call it business consultant. Great. So now let's choose a username for this business consultant. So we've got our token right here, and that's going to allow us to be able to conversate with our bot using Make. So I'll show you exactly when you're going to be able to use this token. So before we use this token, let's jump back to Chrome and create our own assistant. Okay, so let's call this business consultant and we're going to give it instruction. But beforehand, I'm actually going to go to the Anthropic console because I'm going to generate the prompt from there. So if you guys are not good at prompting, that's completely fine. Anthropic now gives you the ability to put in some basic details about what you want the prompt to be, and then it will structure a full prompt for you that you're then able to copy and paste it into GPT assistants. Okay, now let's generate the prompt. Great, so now that we've got our prompt, I'm just gonna go ahead and copy paste this into GPT assistants, but I'm actually going to edit it a little bit. Okay, so now that we've edited our prompt, let's just now go on Playground and make sure that this is functioning properly. But before you may be presented with a GPT-4o model, make sure that you change that to GPT-4. The reason for that is Make.com at the moment does not support GPT-4o properly, so you wouldn't be able to run it on Telegram. But in this instance, just run GPT-4. Now let's jump to Playground. And as you can see here, we've got the Playground, and I'm going to say I just started and so on. So this is sort of giving me a layout of what my business model is going to look like. Okay, so again, I'm happy with this. I'm not going to be too stressed out about creating the perfect assistant in this video. There's too many videos out there that's going to help you create your own perfect assistant. Now, before we get started, let's test out the business consultant bot and see if it actually works. So as you can see, here is our business consultant bot, and we haven't got it connected to anything, but we just need to send a couple messages to see if any error messages are going to come up. So that looks perfect to me. Now let's start and create our own scenario, and I'm going to show you step by step on how to create your scenario to be able to connect it to, again, Telegram. Okay, so now we're on Make.com. Your trigger is going to be a Telegram watch for updates trigger. There we go. And in this instance, you are going to go add business consultant 1. And what you need to do is go back to Telegram, and you're going to grab the token from here and paste it into there. Okay, just wait for it to load. Great, now save, wait for new data, and just go hi again. And there we go, our text is hi. Great, now what we need to do is we need to put a router. So in this case, because we're having a voice message path and a text message path, we need to add a router, okay, for it to be able to process this information. So in this case, we need to add OpenAI, and we are going to create a message and assistant module. In this instance, you just add a connection to your to Make, just put in your API key from OpenAI, and then you're able to create your own connection. I might have one that's called DALI, which is fine. In this instance, what we need to put the message as, we're going to click here and we need to grab the text that says hi. So this is a variable. So this is going to change every time there's a new message. So it's not going to always be hi depending on what the message is. It's going to feed it into the assistant. Okay. And then what we need to do is that we need to choose the assistant that we have. In this case, I'm going to click on the business consultant that we just created. And for the thread ID, you can just keep this as empty. Okay. Next, we now need to go ahead and send a text message or reply to Telegram. So now we need to grab the chat ID from Telegram. And Again, just click on the field right here and then you're able to grab your chat ID from here directly. So let's just try to find it. Okay, there we go. So under messages, it's going to be under chat and ID. You're able to create the messages chat ID. And then for the text, we are going to get this directly from the OpenAI messages. We're going to go content, text, and then we're just going to go content, text. That's fine. Okay, message thread, you can keep that clear, you can keep that empty. And now let's run our module and see what we're going to get. So I'm just going to message this hi there. Great. Hello, how can I assist you with your tech startup today? So obviously we now know that this Telegram is sending our message to our GPT assistant, and then we're getting the message back. Great, so now we know that this path is working. Let's set up the path for the voice messages. In this instance, what we need to do, we need to go back to Telegram, and now what we need to do is download file. Okay, and we need to grab the file ID, but before I do so, I'm actually gonna send a voice note on here just so I can grab the file ID. Oops. Wait, let's just run this module only, wait for new data, and then go test. This is the test. Okay, so there we go. We've gone ahead and sent the message. Again, we've got the voice note right here, the file ID. This is the file ID that I'm gonna need to be able to put on download file. That was under chat, sorry. Voice and file ID. Again, this is a variable, so every time you send a new voice note, it is going to have a different ID and it's going to automatically be updated on make. Great, so what we now need to do is, because when you download a file from Telegram, it's not going to be downloaded in an MP3 format for ChatGPT to be able to transcribe it. In this instance, what I need to create is cloud convert, okay? And what we need to do is convert a file. Okay, I already have this set up, but if you don't, just go ahead on Cloud Convert. It is free. Just sign up for a new account, grab the API, and just go ahead and just click Add Connection Type API Key, and then plug in your API key in here. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to upload a file, and it's going to immediately give me a Telegram, download the file, and the file name, just put anything, just put update ID, doesn't matter what the file name is. And in this case, we need to download the file. So before we go ahead and see if Cloud Convert is working, we need to set up the filters first so that we can route the different messages to different routers. And in this case, what we need to do is you need to click on the three dots, create a label for it, put text only, and the condition for this one is going to be the message text that we demonstrated earlier. So we're just going to create message.text, and we're just going to say it exists. Okay, and very similarly here, so we're going to go voice to text, and it's going to say, all right, so if you get a message from chat ID, okay, you need to add and rule, and the voice note or the file ID exists inside of it. Okay, let's go file ID, and the file ID exists. So we are having a few issues with the Cloud Convert just because of the file name is incorrect, and I'm actually gonna edit this format and change it to OGA. I just figured out that's what it's called. So the input format from Telegram is .oga, and I need to change this file name to file name .mp3. Okay, great. Now let's test this module again and see if it's going to work. Wait for new data. Let's go back to Telegram and record a message. Hello there, how are you? Okay. Perfect, so now we can see that Cloud Convert is working. So what our next step is we now need to upload this file to GPT Whisper, and it's going to transcribe our file. Whisper. There we go. Create a transcription. And obviously we've got the connection over here, but we need to click the file from the Cloud Convert. And obviously just keep the module as Whisper, and the prompt. And for the prompt, just leave it as. For the prompt, leave it as empty. And for the response format, we need this in text, not JSON. So now that we've got our Whisper module set up, let me just go ahead and run it one more time so that we can grab the data and see if this transcription is working. Let's run this once, wait for new data, and send this off. Hi there, how are you? Perfect. Now it's gone through, downloaded the file, sending it over to convert a file on Cloud Convert. Again, it does take a minute, so just be mindful of that. Great, so let's see what we got as the output. Oh, hi there, how are you? So now let's go ahead and create the GPT assistant, message assistant. And for the message, we're going to grab the text from the transcription. For the assistant, it's going to be the business consultant, and we're going to click OK. Perfect. So our last step is Telegram bot, and we need to send this text from the GPT over to Telegram. So for the text, it's going to be coming from GPT. There we go. Message thread, leave that empty, and just click OK. So let's now go ahead and start asking it some questions. Great, now that we have our scenario on make.com running and fully set up, let's jump back to Telegram and have a chat with our assistant. Hi there, I need you to create a business plan for my tech startup and be as detailed as possible. This startup helps developers code faster. Awesome. So now you can see here our business plan for what essentially we gave it. So it is going to give us an executive summary, company description, market analysis, and so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and follow this up with a voice note. Can you give me some more details on what marketing and sales looks like? I want to be able to come up with a plan on how I can attract developers and tech companies. Awesome. So we've asked it to give us more details about the marketing and sales for tech startups, and involves a comprehensive strategic approach to attract prospects and convert them into customers. As you can see, this was exactly what our message was. So if you guys have any questions or would like to learn more on building this, drop me a comment below or reach out to me on my email in the description if you want something like this built out for your business or you want help. Great, so now that we have this fully set up, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe so that you guys can learn more about how you can utilize AI for your business. Also, if you guys are looking to implement AI into your business, my email is in the description below, so make sure to send me an email and I'll be looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you.